Are you one of those students that think the student that tends to excel in mathematics and physical science, they are lucky, or they're smarter than you, or they're more gifted than you, right? I will submit to you that that is part of the truth, right? That's not the whole truth. I'm going to talk about that because I know for the fact I got distinction in metric for both subjects, for mathematics and physical science. So I'm going to illustrate here how does this the people that pass more that excel in mathematics think or do things, and how does the student that tends to fail in mathematics do things, right? So here's the illustration, right? Let me draw their big head, right? Big head. Don't judge me, it's just head, right? So their big head. Let's say this is student A. Okay, so this is student A. Let's say that is you, that's not me. That's the let's say me that maybe I'm student B. Okay. So now we'll see what would happen to student B. So let's say we student B. Okay. Now let's say these two students, right? They both going to sit for an exam at the end of the year, right? So there is an exam. So this is an exam. Now let me start with student A. Let's say student A is someone that is always asked question in class, right? As if if he or she didn't understand anything, he asks question, right? So I'll say ask question. And then they say another thing, he practice more past papers, practice more past papers, right? And let's say another thing the student does, he focus more on also practicing exercise, classwork, right? He do classwork. And he study approximately 5 hours a day, right? He studied approximately 5 hours a day. And then another thing, what does he do? He or she um, focus more on asking teachers for extra time. Maybe if the teacher is available, he just go to the teacher to ask for extra time for help, right? And then again, he also study everything, like the notes and everything, notes. Okay, so that's student A. Now let's go to student B. Student B, the first thing, he asks question in class, but he asks less questions, right? I'll say less Q, which is less question. And then he watch TV every day. He um, complain if you don't understand anything. He complain. He say this is hard. Complain, and then he loves to party, right? He loves to go to clubs. So he's that type of person who party and go to clubs. Okay. Okay. Now let's say these two people they are going and sit in an exam, right? These two people they are going and sit to the exam. An exam has got this pattern in an exam, has got this pattern. So there's got a red pattern, has got this pattern, has got that pattern. This is an exam pattern, right? It's everything that is in an exam, basically. And it's got that pattern, and it's got this pattern. Now, you can see that this pattern, or let me use this black color. You can see that this pattern is matching more with the student, right? Basically, everything that student A did is in direct match with the exam, okay? And student B, everything that he or she did is less necessary in exam. So someone that is going to win between this student is student A. So basically, the reason why the student that pass mathematics or that excel in mathematics more than other student is because student that pass they focus more on intention and ignore distraction. And what is intention? Intention is everything that you focus on and move nil toward your favor, wow, or to your favor. And distraction is everything that you does that move nil against you or against your favor. So if you become one of those students that are hyper intentional on focusing on intention, and ignore small talks. And what are small talks? Small talks are those things like talking about things that doesn't help you. Talk about the club that won, but you will never be part of that club. If you say maybe the Kaizer Chiefs or Parrot, they won. Yes, they won, but they gave you what, right? Like you love to focus on entertainment so much and ignore something that will help you and gain you success at the end of the day, right? So this is clear illustration, right? I hope that this help you. Step blessed by the best. Sharp sharp.